Hi you guys, I wanted to give you a quick little tutorial, I guess, about weightlifting. So I wanted to just go over a couple of the most common moves that we use when we do any kind of weightlifting class or classes that just simply use weights to them. Okay, so I have a couple things back here and I'm going to first talk about squats. So when we do a squat, whether you have a weight plate or a barbell, if you have a weight plate, it's best to hold it up at your collarbone, tucking those elbows right underneath, okay? As we sit back for a squat, the weight is in our heels. We're gonna slide our hips back and down and then squeezing up, okay? So what we don't wanna do is have our knees come forward first, and we never want our knees coming over our toes, okay? Sitting those hips back. Something else we don't want to do that a lot of people do when we do squats is when you come up, you squeeze your glutes really hard at the top. It's going to arch your back and cause a lot of lower back pain, okay? Soft knees, weight in the heels, take it down and squeeze up to the top, keeping your chest lifted as you go and your core braced throughout the entire move, okay? With the weight bar, similar thing, okay, right here, we're gonna take it down and all the way up, really keeping that chest lifted and the weight firmly in those heels. Your ideal would be getting your butt down to your knee line, okay? All right, the next thing I want to talk about is when we work your chest. So when we are working our chest muscles, typically we are laying down on our back, okay? The area that you want to target is your lower chest, okay? So if you have that bar or weight plates and you're on your back, imagine I'm on my back right here, okay, laying down. We want to bring that weight plate or that bar right to our lower chest. If you aim higher, so if you're on your back and you're aiming for your neck, you're gonna start to feel it in your triceps and your wrists and your shoulders, kind of awkwardly though, okay? So we always wanna make sure you have that 90-degree angle, aiming straight down for that lower chest, okay? When we work our back, this is where we see the most inconsistencies with people's form, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys when I'm using the bar, my hands are just about a thumb distance away from my thighs. Heels are always underneath my hips to support my body and keep myself in line. Neutral spine, no arch in the back ever, okay? Shoulders up, back, and down, locked in place, squeezing those shoulder blades together with that braced core. Couple moves, a dead lift. You drop to the kneecaps and you rise up, keeping that weight plate or bar close to your body, okay? Sliding down and squeezing up to the top. Again, at the top, we don't want to squeeze the glutes, causing our back to arch. You come up to that neutral spine, okay? What we don't want to have happen in this is the shoulders rounding at the bottom. You never want to be in this position. It's so dangerous and so bad for your back. Shoulders back and down. A lot of times we'll see people come up and have to reset their shoulders. You go down, up, reset. We don't want to see that. You're constantly set. So when you come up to the top, you're already in that set position. A clean and press. Okay, a single clean and press. You're gonna drop under the bar, press up to the ceiling, catch, and down. Okay, did you see how close that bar stayed to my body? The first part of the move, lifting the bar with the elbows, keeping it next to the body. When it gets about to that lower chest, the elbows flip under and you do a half squat to catch. Press overhead, not here, right here, keeping it up overhead. Soft knees, really strong core. You catch at high on that collarbone again with a half squat, stand and flip the elbows. So I could be doing this with a mirror right in front of me and I would not break it. What we don't want to see happen is the arms come here and then overhead and then down away from the body. One, your bar should be heavy enough that wouldn't be possible to do. So you really want to go heavy on your back weight, okay? This with a heavy bar should be really tough. sliding up, dropping under, catching, and releasing. Okay, one last move, a dead row. Drop to the knees, squeeze in that bar to that braced belly. Drop back, and then stand up. So it's down, squeezing the shoulder blades together even more than they already are. Dropping and lifting, okay? Dead lift, dead row, clean, and press. Sound good? Okay. Triceps. Every single thing about triceps is about keeping your elbows close to your body. I'm going to show you guys 3 moves. Oh, Buster. Drop. Ah. Drop it. Drop it. Okay. An overhead extension. You are going to take a weight plate. You are going to bring it up over your head. Okay, and remember, it's in front of the body a little bit. You should be able to see it at the top. You bring it to the back of the neck and lift from the front. Elbows are crushing in on my head. They're not out here. The moment you bring your elbows away, you're not working the triceps anymore. Okay, braced core, nice and tall. A kickback. You're either going to drop to one knee or you can stay lifted with one foot in the back. Okay, that arm is going to come up, kick at the top, in and down. Okay, again from the side, keeping the elbow in next to the body. The moment it comes away, it's not working the muscle properly. Okay, the tricep muscle needs to be fully extended in the kickback to get that activation. So if you're here and not able to fully extend, okay, really focus on getting that arm up. Maybe drop weight if you need to. Kicking it, okay? Trying not to swing forward. We don't want any swing. Muscle, muscle. It's the push up. And then there's the dip, the tricep dip. I think you guys can see me here. So with a tricep dip, fingertips are on an elevated surface. Fingertips are facing forward, just outside of your hips, okay? Butt stays close to the surface that you're on. You drop as you shoot those elbows straight back behind you. Again, don't let them come out to the sides. It's gonna work the wrists and the shoulders in a really bad way, okay? Biceps, pretty straightforward. You have the weight bar. Hands are just outside of the hips. You curl up, you curl down. Keeping your elbows glued next to your sides. Soft knees, okay? Right here. With a weight plate, there is a curl where you come up, curling in toward the shoulder and coming down next to the sides. There's also a hammer curl, straight up, straight down. But again, we want that elbow staying next to the sides. We don't want it coming and rocking back here or coming forward in any motion like this. Glued next to your body, right here. Kind of think of serving a tray in front of your body, keeping that weight in front, okay? Let me see, lunges. Lunges. Okay, if you have ever wondered if you step back far enough in a lunge, here is a way to check. Go, one. You're gonna come down onto the ground on a knee and a foot. Look in a mirror, find a 90-degree angle with your front knee and a 90-degree angle with your back knee. Tuck your back toe under and stand up. This is more or less how far you should be stepping back for a lunge. You drop, so at the bottom, your back heel is lifted. You get a 90-degree angle here, 90-degree angle in the front. We never want the toes coming, knee coming over the toes, okay? The motion is straight down and straight back up. As you drop in a lunge, you should feel your back quad. As you press up, you're pushing out of your heel, so you should feel your front glute from side to side. I am not on a tightrope, I am on railroad tracks. Your feet are hip distance apart, side to side. Whether you have a weight or not, you're right here. High up on the back toe, quad on the way down, front glute on the way up as you press out of that heel. and always with a lifted chest, straight down, straight up. The most common thing we see that people do wrong is forward and back, or dropping that back heel right here. All right, shoulders. When you're doing your shoulders, you want to make sure, well, there's quite a few different moves with your shoulders, okay? I'm gonna go through each of them. One move that we're gonna do is, a side raise. I only have one weight plate right now. Arms are gonna be locked in at a 90-degree angle. You're lifting only up to shoulder height with that plate and down. That's a side raise with a bent elbow. There's also the straight arm side raise. Please never bring the weights over your shoulder. It's not safe. There's a front raise, same thing. Okay, not above the shoulders. There's an overhead press, okay? So you're gonna, imagine I have two weights. You're pushing up overhead and dropping. Imagining, okay, go. Pushing up, and remember, we're not here. We're never here with the weights. They're in front of the body. Lifting and lowering. Chin to the sky, all right? With a weight plate, similar thing. You can have upright rows. Hands are just outside of those thumbs. Lifting, grazing your body with that bar. Lifting up, leading with the elbows, okay? Never leading with the hands. This is working the forearms, not the shoulders. Slide that bar up the body, okay? Overhead press, okay? Right here, chin to ceiling, chin and up, all right? Right there. There's also one more, push press. You step in with your feet, show me a squat, pressing to the top. Never finishing here, never arching. Holding that bar straight in front of you, soft knees. Press, lift, all right? Let me see. Lunges, squats. I think we hit it all right? There's core, but we always talk about the proper way to do our core when we're kind of in it. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I think you can leave comments on these YouTubes. But please, anytime that you're using weights, really make sure that it's about form and safety first. And always check with your doctor before you start any kind of new fitness regimen. I know everybody says that. It's true, especially maybe if you have any issues, but the weightlifting can be amazing for bone density and overall health. Okay, all right, I hope you guys found this useful, and I will see you soon.